YouTube should have it. Talk. Talking, I'm talking. 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 Scott Sager with you here, folks. We're over here at Warsaw for the 2018 Boys Swimming Sectional Preliminaries from Warsaw High School. With me is I'm going to call you a state champion. I know you're really not, but we're darn tootin'. Darn close. Abby McCarter. She's finished her season, her career at RHS, and honestly, one of the best careers in the history of RHS swimming. That's got to feel pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, thank you.
You're pretty humble about it, I know, but you are like a fish to water, girl.
Thank you so much.
So she's going to be on the call with us tonight. We're going to have a great time out over here at Warsaw. Of course, everything got postponed because of the heavy fog last night, so we're glad to be with you here. The events will get started here in just a few moments.
I saw this joke yesterday.
Please, get us going
It
here.
said, I reached for the fog, but I missed it.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to have to go over here and talk to some people real quick, but I'll be back in a minute, and we'll be back here. Pretty nimble for a big guy, aren't I?
Yeah.
Had to run over, so we had some people kicking our scoreboard camera. Had to move some kids away. Apologize for that, but you're going to want to see the scores. Or the times, I should say.
From Wabash, Joshua Blossom. And from Warsaw, Anthony DeBroda. Good luck to all the swimmers and divers. Just to remember to all spectators, please do not take flash photography during the meet. The IHSAA does not permit the use of banners, signs, balloons, mascots, or any artificial noisemakers in the pool area. Spectators must remain behind the black rail on the carpet area and off the stairs. Please keep the stairway and the spectator area open and free from obstruction. When the officials blow their whistles, all swimmers and spectators are asked to be quiet for the start of the race. Swimmers, make sure you hit the touch pads when finishing. Cheering over the blocks is not permitted. Officials for tonight are Dave Boothby, Joe Everett, and Dave Baker. At this time, please remove all hats and stand for the national anthem.
We'll go quiet for the national anthem here. Be back with you in just a moment. Well, as they say, Abby, play ball.
Yeah.
It's time. We're ready to get started here. Bounce you over to our second camera angle here, operated by Quentin Sager. Want to thank him for being a part of this. Again, Scott Sager here with you, with Abby McCarter. My lovely wife, Glenda, over on the side here, keeping everything in check. What do we have here first, Abby?
First up is the 200 medley relay.
Rochester in this?
Yes, Rochester's in lane 4 in the middle of your screen.
Lane 4.
Jeff Rupert is first, so in backstroke, and then Mason Brady will dive off here in a second, and then Reese Reaney, and then Brody Stone.
Excellent. Good to see Brody part of the medley.
Yeah.
Maxwell Joseph, Caden Ferguson, Ryan Fitz. Lane 4.
We'll get quiet and let them announce.
Jeffrey Rupert, Mason Brady, Reese Reaney, Brody Stone. Lane 5, Plymouth, Kirk Hedich, Daniel Stouffer, Alex Vansa, Andrew Pashian. Lane 6, Logansport, Nick Ladon, Alex Ladon, William Murray, Oscar Grimaldo. Lane 7, Culver, James Gordon, Nicholas Warnholtz Deck, Francis Eller, Juan Pablo Padilla.
Okay, well, there's the announcements of all the teams. You see Rochester coming in right there. Who was that finishing?
Mason Brady just finished, and Reese Reaney just dove into the water.
So they've got a pretty, at least a 2 body length lead there.
Yeah, pretty decent lead over Pioneer, I think, in lane 2.
Yeah, up in 7.
Or I guess that's not Pioneer. Culver, Culver Academy.
Okay. Zebras on that. You see that lane 4. You see the split at 25-3-3. Is that correct, Abby?
Yep, that's Brody's split for the last leg. It's freestyle.
Excellent.
That's pretty good. 25-33.
So a total of 146-19 for the Zebras. So that's going to seed them first on Saturday.
So far, there's another heat yet.
There's a second heat yet.
Yeah. I think they were seeded second going into tonight, so behind Warsaw, who's going to be swimming now.
Gotcha.
So
they put the first and second seeds in 2 different heats?
Right.
Very
They
good.
circle seed the
Gotcha.
heats.
Well, that's good to know. Good information for our viewers. So that's going to give us the second heat here. Let me see if I can't work this computer and get that up there for you.
Board is official. Heat 2.
And there we go with heat 2. Nope, it's not the freestyle, is it? It's the medley. And heat 2 of 2, ready to start.
In this one, we've got Tippecanoe Valley in lane 3.
Lane 2 from Huntington, Nathan York, Cole Davidson, Keegan Mounts, Connor Mason. Lane 3, Tippy, Chase Brower, Mason Stephen, Daniel Alexander, Zach Hodge. Lane 4, Warsaw, Nick Zogby, Nicholas Bizzoni, Nathaniel Taylor, Ian Deming. Lane 5 from Cass, Drew Cornell, Mac Appleton, John Boker, Carl J. Lane 6, Wabash, Ryan Evans, Jacob Bruss, Ryan Davis, Trace Goodwin. And lane 7, Manchester, Luke Donathan, Parker York, Jacob Slotkin, Michael Learned.
Well, there you have the PA announcer letting us know who's swimming here. What do we have in the lead right now, Abby?
In the lead, we have Warsaw.
Okay, so that's the number 1 seed.
Yeah, they're seeded first. So probably expected to win, but you never know.
You never know. We talked
Come Saturday.
Yeah, we talked in the preview with Coach Reaney about some of the strategies going into that and trying to put your best swimmers up where maybe some of theirs aren't and trying to pull out a victory tomorrow. A lot more laid back on the Thursday and Friday than it is on Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I was just thinking the same thing.
It's just kind of quiet in here.
Mm-hmm.
You see Warsaw finishing very strong with the final split of 23-20 on his last leg. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I'm guessing that wasn't their A team necessarily
Gotcha.
tonight
Again,
that we saw. Probably going to see different swimmers tomorrow, some of that.
yeah,
But
strategy again, right?
it looks like they're still going to be seated ahead of, though, of our boys.
Yep,
but
145.71.
second.
Yep, by 1 second. Surprisingly quiet in here.
yeah, it's kind of awkward when I talk. I feel like everyone
Kind of
can hear
is.
me.
I'm like the loudest person around here. No. Very interesting.
Board is official. Event 2, boys 200-yard freestyle, heat 1.
So we've got heat 1 coming up on the freestyle here. Try and get your board cleaned up for you as I go along here. Heat 1 of 2.
Lane 2.
Or are there more
from
than
Pioneer,
2 heats? There are 5 heats here.
Smith. Lane 3 from Oregon Davis, Austin Bunton.
Let the PA announcer
Lane 4
announce.
from Tippy, Mitchell Smith. Lane 6 from Huntington, Jamal Whirling. And lane 7 from Tippy, Wes Johnston.
Well, there we go. Anybody from Rochester and Valley that we're looking for here, Abby?
Lane 4 and 7 are from Valley. Mitchell Smith in lane 4, and then lane 7 we have West Johnston.
Very good. Mitchell Smith, one of our videographers over there at the Tippecanoe Valley crew. So glad to see him swimming tonight.
Nice.
I should start telling folks now, if you want to watch the Zebras play boys basketball team take on Peru tonight, we're going to have that on channel 342 for you. You'll be able to hear it on channel 5 or 305, but you'll be able to see it on 342 or on the web. So we'll announce that a few more times between now and then. Swimming got moved, so we had to juggle our schedule a bit. So swimmers get channel 4 tonight. Well, it looks like it's not going to be as exciting, so we're going to fill some time with talking with Abby here.
Oh, hey.
Yes, you didn't know you were volunteering for that, did you? Well, hey, you were at state. What was that? That wasn't last. Well, yeah, it was last Friday.
It was
My
last,
goodness.
yeah.
A week ago today, you were down at state.
Yep.
You swam very well, and in many a year, you would have made it to Saturday with your times.
Yeah, pretty much every year except this year.
Yeah, it was one of the
okay.
fastest pools they've ever had down there in your event.
Yeah.
Well, you represented Rochester with such dignity and grace. I just want to thank you.
Thank you so much.
Someone who, of course, lives and resides in Rochester. Man, you just brought a lot of community pride your way. I hope folks have been expressing that to you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm not going to make you blush or anything, but really, really proud of your accomplishments, young lady. You and Maddie and all the ladies. We're losing a very strong senior crew.
Yeah, we 4 seniors have been swimming together for like over 10 years,
Yeah.
so it's been fun, but there's several others that'll take our spot, I'm sure.
Yes, yes.
So,
Well, it's always evolving, right?
yeah.
Well, congratulations again to all the ladies.
Thank you.
So your first heat's done. And it's not, excuse me, it says of 5 there, or of 2. It's actually of 5. We'll go into set heat 2 of 5, I should say. We'll push that forward.
So Mitchell Smith got second in that heat, and then Wes Johnson is going to finish in 5th.
Well job. Well done, Mitchell.
Board is official. Heat 2.
So heat 2 of 5 coming up. Now, you guys are actually looking at different sheets. My wife to my left is looking at a sheet telling me how many heats. Abby's got the latest hot off the presses, so
Oh, yeah.
if we mess up the number of heats or if there were last-minute changes, we'll adjust as we can.
I've got the latest and the greatest, I guess,
Yes.
every year, so
Indeed.
no pressure.
We'll let the PA announcer take over for a second.
Lane 3, Plymouth, Justin Cartwright. Lane 4, Wabash, Taylor Kaufman. Lane 5, Wabash, Paul Cordes. Lane 6, Wabash, Kyle Thomas. Lane 7 from Logansport, Neil Frutos. And lane 8 from Manchester, Eric Morales.
So we got a full crew this time in heat number 2. We looking at anybody in Rochester or Tippecanoe Valley?
No Rochester or Tippecanoe Valley swimmers in this one, but in the next heat, Mason Veal and Mason Copeland.
Very
the two
good.
Masons are going to be in there.
Yeah,
So.
for those of you, I see we've got some viewers from all over Indiana right now tuning in. We're glad to have you with us. For our Rochester fans, we're going to be denoting where those swimmers are. I don't want to negate or belittle any of the other schools. It's just this is our home, so we're going to look for those people first. But glad to bring this feed to you. We know you appreciate it. It's always one of our highest viewed on the year. I think it's because swimmers don't get the cameras as often as some of the other sports, but we're happy to be here with you. I think this is our 4th year in a row to be here. Folks at Warsaw, very, very kind. Brenda Wright, Dave Anson, and the entire crew, just always a pleasure to work with when we come over here, so we want to thank them for that. Again, you're watching the 2018 Boys Swimming Sectional Preliminaries from Warsaw. We are in the second event here, the Boys 200 Medley Relay. Talk to us about the medleys for some of our viewers. Oh, we are in the freestyle.
Yeah, the medley just happened.
See,
but
yeah, excuse me for that.
It's okay.
We're changing the board. We have too many things up on our board. You got to keep me honest.
it's all good.
Freestyle. I've got to change that type every time, and sometimes we miss. There we go. Boy, this is really night and day from the last time we were here, which was Saturday of your events.
Yeah, really.
It was, everybody was on the edge of their seat every race, and this one's just so subdued. It's,
when going to states on the line, it's a little more
yeah, you better
intense,
believe it.
I guess.
So you will hear that tomorrow if you compare
Yeah,
this,
of
folks.
course.
You'll hear the excitement in the air. Tonight's qualifiers, if you will. So
Yeah.
moving to Heat 3.
Yep, Mason squared in the middle of the pool.
Mason Brady, Mason Beal.
Nope, Copeland
Mason.
Copeland and Beal.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many Masons are on the Rochester boys team? At least 3, right?
Yep, there's 3 of them.
That's got to get confusing.
It is.
Now talk to us. What's he doing there? What's the referee asking the guys to do?
Well, everyone has to be still before he lets them go, before he beeps the beeper. So so if someone moves, then he has to have him stand up.
Gotcha.
Carl J. Lane 4, Rochester, Mason Beal. Lane 5, Rochester, Mason Copeland. Lane 6, Cass, Cole Jolly. Lane 7, Pioneer, Garrett Schroeder. Lane 8 from Culver, Henry Curtis.
All right. Is my board finally correct there, Abby?
I think so.
200 freestyle.
Looks good to me.
Excellent. Finally. That only took 4 attempts. Okay. Heat 3.
Yep,
Boys 200 freestyle.
absolutely.
All right.
Mason Beal's leading early out there in lane 4.
Talk to us about Mason Beal. Came in as one of the strongest freshmen we've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, one of the best boys distance swimmers in Rochester's history. Only a sophomore, so
Yeah.
he's still got 2 more years. So
Yes.
yeah, he's already accomplished a lot. So
Very strong swimmer. And again, just like you, just like Maddie, just like a lot of our swimmers, club swimming through the Royals is really, you've been doing that, like you said, 10 years.
Definitely, yeah.
And you're done with that career as well? How long do you get to swim in Royals?
Nah, Royal for life, man. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, I'm still swimming with the Royals. I'll swim with them probably all through the summer.
Excellent.
So.
Mr. Beal's going to come in with a pretty strong time here.
Yeah.
29:07 on that last.
That was a good swim. Copeland finished second in the heat.
So strong showing there by the Zebras. Not bad. 1:52.65 for
That's
Mr.
pretty
Beal.
good.
1:57.20 for Mr. Copeland. Is that correct?
Yep.
Excellent job.
And this next one we'll have Isaac Smith in lane 5.
Excellent.
I think it's lane 5.
And Isaac is a sophomore or junior?
He's a
this
junior.
Year? Junior
Yep.
this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're climbing out. We got the guys ready for the 4th heat, ready to go.
It's official. Heat 4.
We'll turn it over to the PA announcer to let us know who's where.
Lane 1 from Cass, Hunter Mundy. Lane 2, Manchester, Luke Donathan. Lane 3, Warsaw, Michael Ray. Lane 4, Columbia City, Matt Weber. Lane 5, Rochester, Isaac Smith. Lane 6, Tippy, Dakota Prater. Lane 7, Plymouth, Cameron Riddle.
Well, as you heard, we have Isaac Smith out there for the Zebras and Dakota Prater for our local Tippecanoe Valley. Again, Isaac in 4, is that correct?
Yep. No, Isaac's in 5.
Isaac in 5.
Yep.
I thought one of the classic moments from our Saturday broadcast of the girls was Reese screaming at you to get off that wall.
Yeah, I watched that back.
He was just so, we were all just so happy. It was just a great, great moment. But, you know, that wall is not your friend sometimes, right?
Yeah.
It just feels like it's got glue on it and you can't get away fast enough.
Yeah, gotta spend as least time as possible on the wall, I
Yep.
guess.
And use it as the tool that it is to get you propelled, right?
Mm-hmm. Isaac took second in that heat where he was seated, so I think I'll have to do math to figure out where he was, what place he was seated. But
No math. Come on, it's Friday night.
150 times the best time for him, so I think he should be happy with that.
So 151, no, excuse me,
155.
a 155.04, pretty strong.
Right.
So we're in the final heat here of the boys 200 freestyle. Shaking some rust off here a little bit, but we're getting her done. And we'll let the PA announcer tell us who's swimming.
Lane 1 from Columbia City, Joey Moore. Lane 2, Plymouth, Mitch Rose. Lane 3, Culver, Pierce Ellert. Lane 4, Warsaw, Evan Borchers. Lane 5, Warsaw, Jacob Lalonde. Lane 6, Columbia City, Brian Fix. Lane 7, Pioneer, Keaton Schroeder. And lane 8 from Huntington, Connor Mason.
So again, Abby, while they're swimming here and not that many people cheering, we might as well talk a little bit.
Okay.
You talked about circle seating.
Right, yeah.
So it's not the highest or lowest, you know what I mean, the lowest class.
Yeah.
They kind of spread them out throughout the 4 heats,
Right.
5 heats.
So the person who's seated first is in the last heat in lane 4. And then the person who's seated second is in like the second to last heat in lane 4, and the person who's seated third is in like the third to last heat in lane 4, and then like they go back to like, so then like the person who's seated fourth, well, it depends on how many heats there are, but
Yes.
then it's like the next fastest person's in lane 5 of the fastest heat, and then
Gotcha.
so on and so forth.
They kind of
So-
separate them and then bring them all back together on
Right,
Saturday, right?
right.
Very interesting. Well, as you see there, lane 4, good split, 28.71, 15255, and a 15442 right above them. So that's going to put Isaac, in third, I believe, maybe fourth position,
I think Isaac's in fifth.
maybe even fifth position.
Because Mason Beal
Yes,
went 153,
yes.
and then
Board is official.
Well-
Event 3, boys 200-yard IM. Heat 1.
Look at that. We got that up on the board already. Heat 1 of 4. Here's your first heat.
Lane 3 from Manchester, Jacob Slavkin. Lane 4, Pioneer, Noah Young. Lane 5, Wabash, Jonathan King.
all right, so we don't have any Rochester or Tippecanoe Valley swimmers in this one, but I have the results from the 200 free relay.
Okay.
And Mason Beal will be seated third, and Isaac is going to be seated fifth, and Copeland seated sixth going into Saturday.
Excellent.
So they all three made top 8.
Excellent.
Oh, good Lance. Excuse me.
They'll all be in the final heat on Saturday.
Right, yeah.
Competing. That'll be a good one.
Mm-hmm. Really cool when you can get all 3 swimmers. You're only allowed to have 3 swimmers in each event, so when you have all 3 swimmers in the top 8,
That's fantastic.
it's pretty good. So
Excellent. So who do we have leading here in the IM?
well, it looks like not know yet. Jacob Slavkin
Okay.
from Manchester, I think.
Pronunciations, unless they're familiar to us,
Oh,
we
that's
apologize.
not Jason Slavkin.
No?
Never mind. That's Jonathan King from
Okay.
Wabash. My apologies.
And you're knowing that just from looking?
What? Oh no, I accidentally just said the wrong name.
Okay. Oh, that's very good. No worries at all. Well, we're glad you're with us here today, Abby, making heads and tails of some of this.
Thank
As I told them in our preview, Yeah, they're wet. Yeah, they're swimming. One guy's in front of the other. Don't know much more than that. So it's good to have the expertise brought to this. I can set up all the gear and point the cameras in the right direction, but it's always nice to have the experts. You're hearing the crowd get into it a little bit more. These guys have kind of neck and neck.
In this next heat, we're going to have Ethan Brady and Jeffrey Rupert from Rochester.
Excellent.
So I think Jeffrey's seated third in this event.
Well, Jeffrey's a senior, and we have high expectations for him. Just a great swimmer, been great for the program. His father, Rick, has taken 8,000 pictures over the course of the past 4 years. See, I'm sure he's at Royals, too, for those photos, right?
Yeah.
But, no, just doing great stuff. He shares the photos with the kids and their families, so good stuff here. Well, that's going to do it for that heat, so we'll take it into heat number 2 here. Again, we're in the 200-yard IM, boys, of course. They're all boys today.
Jeffrey's in the middle of the pool in lane 4, and then Ethan will be at the bottom of your screen in lane 1.
Excellent. Ethan right here in lane 1. Again, the lanes 1 through 8 starting at the bottom of your screen, going all the way up to the top.
Lane 1 from Rochester, Ethan Brady. Lane 2, Plymouth, Gavin Hartle. Lane 3, Huntington, Keegan Moutz. Lane 4, Rochester, Jeffrey Rupert. Lane 5, Culver, Francis Ellert. Lane 6, Cass, Drew Cornell. Lane 7, Wabash, Michael Cordes.
Boy, that's convenient to have the PA announcer give those names out for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want to thank again Quentin Sager. He's doing this camera work for us this swim season. Done a great job for us here today. We expect good things out of him.
As you see, Jeffrey just pulled ahead by like a body length after once into the backstroke. That's his best stroke. So.
Backstroke is Jeffrey's best.
Right.
Now he's doing the 100 back as well.
Yep.
I assume.
Yep. Faux show.
Thing about the back is you got to hit that wall, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I know you're in a springing position once you hit it, but it's just kind of an odd one for the turn.
You have to know how many strokes you take to the wall.
Yeah.
Because you can't see the wall.
Right.
So.
Right. So are they mentally counting as they're going?
Yeah. Once they hit the flags, they'll count. Mine's 3, so I count 3 strokes and then turn over.
Wow.
For a flip turn and then 4 strokes.
See, that's good information. That's why we bring the experts to you, folks. Information like that.
Yep, that's why the flags are there, backstroke flags.
Gotcha.
Let the swimmers know the wall's coming.
Yeah, they're always in my way, so I don't like them.
Yeah.
Cameras, of course, always missing a little bit there.
Right.
Final turn here.
Yep. Ethan Brady doing a nice job in lane 1 down there.
Ethan, just a freshman this year,
yep,
correct?
Just a freshman.
Excellent.
He and his brother Mason.
Very
Are
good.
swimming.
Well, we ended up with a good split, 29-4-7.
Yeah. I think it's impressive if you can come home in the IM under 30 in the last 50. I commend anyone who can do that.
Yeah.
2:12 for Jeff. That's all right. Not his best time, but I'm sure he'll be faster tomorrow.
Well, and that's
Tomorrow's
part of it
final.
too. You got to leave something in the tank for tomorrow.
Right, and especially with it only being
that's right. For those
less than 24 hours this time. We usually have a day of rest where you can get in the pool in between, stretch out.
That's exactly
get
right.
rid of some lactic acid, but
because of that last night. Yeah, are there any tricks that they can do or anything that you guys, the coaches are recommending to get them in that position?
Well, I mean, a long cool down after the meet would be a good idea to get rid of all the lactic acid and then just stretch and roll the muscles tonight and tomorrow before the meet.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, but definitely if you swim like the 500 or something, swimming that many laps.
Yeah, and then you got to turn around and do it less than 24 hours.
Right.
We'll turn it over to PA here for the list of the swimmers.
Lane 1, Wabash, Ryan Davis. Lane 2, Logansport, William Murray. Lane 3, Tippy, Daniel Alexander. Lane 4, Columbia City, Aaron Fix. Lane 5, Warsaw, Nicholas Bazzoni. Lane 6, Rochester, Mason Brady. Lane 7, from Cass, Kai Spencer.
It is. Okay, so heat 3 of 4, just double checking to make sure we were right there.
Yeah. So in the last heat, we had Ethan Brady in lane 1, and now we have Mason Brady, his older brother, in lane 6 for Rochester.
Give you the other camera view here. Sorry for
and
that.
then Daniel Alexander from Tippecanoe Valley in lane 3.
Excellent.
So the 2 seniors from Rochester and Valley are in this heat.
Excellent.
Alexander and Brady.
See, that's good information. Well, we're reaching that 6 o'clock hour. I want to let folks know we do have ball games on tonight. Tippecanoe Valley taking on Triton at home. We've got North Miami, or Argus taking on North Miami at North Miami. And then we've got Rochester taking on Peru at Peru. So you'll be able to see all those games live on rtc4.com as well as on our new cable stations. Did you hear about that, by the way? Tippy TV, Caston TV, Argus TV, 24/7 streams online and on cable TV.
I didn't hear about it.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
You can watch them all.
That's awesome.
It was, I had the idea, and technologically we were able to pull it off, and we did it. And then I realized, wow, I have to schedule 4 TV stations every day. But no, it's well worth it. We've got a lot of great content, a lot of great things, and we want to showcase everybody who's doing all the great work. Show you the near end of the pool. Take you back to our roving cam here. Lane 4 came in at just over 30. .207 there.
Looks like Brady will take 4th in that heat. I'm not sure where that'll put him overall, but we will see soon. He should definitely make top 16 and come back tomorrow to swim. I'm just not sure if he'll 4th in that heat will be good enough for the
Gotcha.
top
I'm gonna
8.
Turn this over to you for a second. I've had some questions about our feet. I'm going to look into that while I turn you. It's all you now.
Okay, oh boy. Here we go. All right, this is the first heat. Oh, I think it's the first heat. Nope, last heat of the IM. Sweet.
Lane 1 from Culver, William Way. Lane 2, Columbia City, Josh Shawver. Lane 3, Culver, James Gordon. Lane 4 from Warsaw, Grant Knight. Lane 5 from Plymouth, Alex Vansa. Lane 6 from Warsaw, Andrew Deming. Lane 7 from Huntington, Cole Davidson. And lane 8 from Plymouth, Corey Kopetsky.
All right, so no Rochester or Tippecanoe Valley swimmers in this heat. But as of now, Jeffrey Ripper is seated 2nd with a 2:12.32. So after this heat, we'll see where he ends up, but he should definitely be in the top 8 going into Saturday. In this next event, we have the defending sectional champ, Chase Brower from Tippecanoe Valley. I think he'll be in the last heat probably, or the second to last heat maybe.
Chase has lit up the pools over there at Tippecanoe Valley, done wonders for their program. I'm going to take a second here. I've had a couple of folks, well, excuse me, just one folk, ask if our feed wasn't working, said they were having problems. I am bringing that feed up and can see what we're sending out right now on our page. It seems to be working here, so if not, I apologize, but it does. Everything on our end looks green and looks like it's working just fine, so hopefully you're able to receive that, and those of you out of town able to tune in and view. And if not, you wouldn't have heard that anyways. Abby, I'll show you a neat thing we can do while we're viewing here. We can go to real-time analytics, and I can show you where people all over the country are watching.
Sweet.
Boards official. Event 4, boys 50-yard freestyle, heat 1.
Except I have to go back and work on the other things, so I can't play with all the toys that we've got here. We'll get everybody set back up here.
$50 free heat 1.
So this is event 3, boys 50, heat 1 of
2, Huntington, Marne, lane 3, Huntington,
5.
1 of 5.
Yep.
Thank you.
5, Manchester, Morales, lane
Looks like
6,
lane 4 must have scratched. Eric Morales, where are you?
If I would have known, I would have gone down there.
Oh, there is no lane 4. Never mind.
Okay.
I guess that's just open. Yeah, you should have gone down there.
I could have.
Yeah.
I could have. I would have done very well.
Right. I was gonna say.
I'm a speedster. They know me as.
Right.
You know why? It's because I'm buoyant.
Right. Right. Makes sense.
Boy, that's a quick race. I got to be on my game here. Would we come in 28.48? That's not too bad.
In this next heat, we got Brody Stone in lane 4.
Excellent.
Sophomore for Rochester,
Heat 2.
who anchored that 200 medley earlier, and then Tucker Scholl in lane 6 from Tippecanoe Valley, also a
Excellent.
sophomore.
Excellent. Now, can you imagine when we grow big enough that we've got all these schools as partners? I'm going to have to. Well, if you're from Pioneer, you're looking at 8, and if you're, we just have to run the whole list, wouldn't we?
Yeah, no kidding.
Lane
Well,
1,
lots of fun. We're glad to have the viewers out there. We'll give you the
Lane
names.
City, Carrizo. Lane 3, Wabash, France. Lane 4, Rochester, Stone. Lane 5, Wabash, King. Lane 6, Tippy, Scholl. Lane 7, Logansport, Grimaldo. Lane 8 from Cass, Best.
And they're done almost as quickly as she says the names.
Yeah, no kidding. Nice finish from Brody. He got 3rd in the heat, so it was a really close finish. Everybody was within a second of each other.
That
so.
is just fantastic. Now, state qual for this is in the 19s, right?
21:59.
21.59 state cut.
Yep. But no one can qualify tonight. It's all
Right.
It's all tomorrow.
You have to
Yep.
qualify tomorrow. You could go in 5 seconds tonight.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all that does is get
Doesn't
you to
matter,
tomorrow,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
Well, I took the heats off because Warsaw's board is great, and they do
Oh,
have
yeah.
that event number and heat listed, so that'll save me some
Logansport,
back and forth through the night.
Columbia City, Joseph. Lane 3, Rochester, Reedy. Lane 4, Warsaw, Cook. Lane 5, Warsaw, Lalonde. Lane 6, Rochester, Thon. Lane 7, Pioneer, Gottschall. Lane 8, Tippy, Stephen.
What is going on with Reese Reaney? Holy cow. What lane was he in, dear?
3. He got 2nd in the heat.
That's what I'm
23-2.
23-2.
That's pretty good.
Well done, Mr. Reaney. Of course, Reese was here with us on Saturday last week, did a great call with us.
Yeah, he dropped a lot of time.
That's good for him.
Oh, like a whole half second, actually.
That's fantastic. And a
That's
half
a lot
second.
in the
Yeah,
50.
yeah, I was going to say, that's a mile here. Well,
It's official.
and we talk about the taper.
Heat 4.
A lot of strategy with the taper goes out the window with the cancellation or the postponement, doesn't it? I mean,
no. That's only one day, and
Yeah.
we're still training.
Gotcha.
For this weekend. I mean, it's not
right.
like state.
It's not so perfectly timed that yesterday at noon they were all peaking.
No, I mean, and they do it so we're perfect on Saturday, really.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? I mean, Thursday, it's like
Warsaw, Demi.
you're supposed to be good, but Saturday is really what we go for. I
Well,
guess.
lane 4 has jet skis on the back of his feet. My
Yeah.
goodness, he is moving.
Forrest Baumgartner from Culver Academy.
Unbelievable speed there.
Yeah, 21:26. So that is the state cut.
Yeah,
Again,
he made state cut here just
doesn't
to get
count
into
tonight.
Saturday. That's incredible.
Looks like Reese's time would have gotten 3rd in that heat.
Okay.
He was seated 9th going into tonight, so
He's definitely going to be
Close-
placed better than that
close
tomorrow,
call.
right? Yeah.
Hopefully. He
Good
was
for
trying
him.
to get that top 8.
Yeah.
It'll be close. I think he should get it.
Well, we'll have you do some math after this, and we'll figure it up.
I got my Meet Mobile on my phone pulled up.
That's what we want. Well, again, want to thank Quentin Sager for some great camera work. It's hot in here. He's in a very crouched position. He's got people all around him. And we want to thank him for getting us some good shots tonight. So we're going into this 5th heat, and this is where our buddy Chase Brower from Tippecanoe Valley, you see him in the green shorts there.
Right. Defending champion in this event.
Yeah, he went last year down, didn't he? How did he do last year at state? Do you know?
I'm not positive.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I'm not.
I apologize, Chase, for not having that information at my fingertips.
I think he did pretty good, though.
Well, definitely
represented. I mean, if you get there, it's an accomplishment. So
absolutely.
Heat 5.
A lot of the time, it's just kind of a bonus, I guess.
Right.
It's the state meet.
So I see a D there in number 7. That's a disqualification, I assume?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Must have moved on the blocks. Not many other ways to get disqualified in a 50 free. So.
Right. They're
Lane
off.
1, Oregon Davis, Turner. Lane 2, Culver, Pond. Lane 3, Columbia City, Varga. Lane 4, Tippy, Broward. Lane 5, Cass, Boker. Lane 6, Pioneer, Mersch. Lane 7, Headage, Plymouth. Lane 8, Cashian, Plymouth.
And he did it, and he did it in not quite state qual time, but pretty good 21.82 there.
I think Reese should be seated 7th.
No kidding, he's going to be just tickled.
So that should do it.
Well, congratulations to all the swimmers there in the 50. That is the sprint for those non-swimming fans.
Mm-hmm. Chase Brower right off the state cut time. I don't know if you said
Board
that.
is official. There'll be a 10-minute break. Pool is
They're going to let the guys warm up here. 15 minutes. 10 minutes in the pool and a 15-minute break. We're going to leave it here. We don't want to cut our feet or anything. Probably kick you over to some of our advertisers. And you know, folks, we can't do it without these guys.
I think I'm going to go get some pizza.
You go get some pizza, and we'll kick it over and let some of our advertisers run. And want to ask that you support all these folks that support this great coverage we provide here.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
I am for the child. I'm for the child that has been abused or neglected. I'm for the child that has been moved from foster home to foster home. I'm for the child born addicted to drugs. You can't control where abused and neglected children come from, but you can help with where they end up. Lift up a child's voice, a child's life. Volunteer to be an advocate for a child in need of a voice. Call CASA of Fulton County to learn more.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Hey everybody, I got exciting news. Country Lanes has a new state-of-the-art scoring system.
Come out, let your kids be mesmerized by the animated backgrounds. Take a safari trip to Jungle Jive or an outer space adventure in Cosmic Crush. Themes like the Kecklers or High Seas will entertain your little ones for hours. Choose extreme sports or click on Ninja Strike for martial arts. This high-spirited atmosphere is way cheaper than Cedar Point. Come out and visit Country Lanes for all your bowling fun.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we can help you remodel your home, consolidate debt, or even provide some spending cash for you with our home equity line of credit.
Our standard home equity line of credit allows borrowers to draw funds for up to 10 years and comes with no closing costs for qualified customers.
Take advantage of this great opportunity. Contact one of our experienced mortgage lenders or apply online at firstfederalbanking.com. And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Right. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Leadership.
Dedication.
Decisive.
Trust. Passion.
Confidence.
Positive.
Relentless.
Courage.
Respect.
Accountability.
Determination.
Heart.
Integrity. Focus.
Inspiration.
Persistence.
Vision.
Teamwork.
Support.
We are Rochester.
Go!
Zebras.
Over the past few years, RTC TV4 has produced over 1,800 local videos about you, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Now all of these videos are available at the click of a mouse on our website, rtc4.com. Log on today to see all of our great coverage of sporting events, school programs, public meetings, and more. RTC TV4 and rtc4.com. See for yourself.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs. Shop online at townhomefurnishings.com.
Hometown service, down home style, Town Home Furnishings.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
I am for the child. I'm for the child that has been abused or neglected. I'm for the child that has been moved from foster home to foster home. I'm for the child born addicted to drugs. You can't control where abused and neglected children come from, but you can help with where they end up. Lift up a child's voice, a child's life. Volunteer to be an advocate for a child in need of a voice. Call CASA of Fulton County to learn more.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Hey everybody, I got exciting news. Country Lanes has a new state-of-the-art scoring system.
Come out, let your kids be mesmerized by the animated backgrounds. Take a safari trip to Jungle Jive or an outer space adventure in Cosmic Crush. Themes like the Kecklers or High Seas will entertain your little ones for hours. Choose extreme sports or click on Ninja Strike for martial arts. This high-spirited atmosphere is way cheaper than Cedar Point. Come out and visit Country Lanes for all your bowling fun.
Well, we'll be back here in just a moment. They've closed the pool. They've called for the timer, so we're going to be back up and running here in just a moment. We'll leave it here. Turn the audio down for a second. Stay with us. Okay, we've got the boys' 100-yard butterfly. If I was better at my job, I would have had that up on the screen already, but we've got it now for you.
Lane 1, Logansport, Anthony Rodriguez. Lane 2, Plymouth, Corey Kopetsky. Lane 3 from Tippy, Camden Tucker. Lane 4, Columbia City, Ryan DeVito. Lane 5 from Tippy, Daniel Alexander. from Rochester, Adam Brown.
Okay, well, you just heard her. She gave us all the announcements as to who was swimming. We'll get some analysis on this in a moment, and then I've got to fix my camera again. Got some spectators over there who keep kicking it. We'll fix that right here for you. That should be a little better. We've got Abby back with us as well. Abby, what's happening here?
Oh, I just finished my pizza, but
hey, it was good pizza too.
it was
wasn't
good pizza, yeah.
Papa John's, we can't get that over in Rochester.
Right,
so.
yeah, it's a treat. So 100 butterfly, heat 1 of 3. Camden Tucker was in lane 3. He's a senior from Tippy Valley. Looks like he got 4th in the heat. And then Daniel Alexander was in lane 5, also a senior from Tippecanoe Valley. Looks like he got 2nd. And Adam Brown, junior from Rochester, was in lane 7, got 5th in the heat.
Well, nice effort by all.
Of course.
Still got one of the clocks rolling. Not sure what's happening there. Okay, everybody's in place here. Got lane 8, personal interest. That's our son Calvin,
Lane
freshman
1,
swimmer.
Manchester, Jacob Slavkin. Lane 2, Wabash, Ryan Davis. Lane 3, Culver, Henry Curtis. Lane 4, Warsaw, Ian Deming. Lane 5, Culver, Hokai Pond. Lane 6, Huntington, Nathan York. Lane 7, Culver, Francisco Septian. Lane 8, Rochester, Calvin Sager.
Well, I will tell you, not Calvin's strongest swim.
Yeah.
Not
That's
really
okay.
a breast guy. Yeah.
Butterfly is really difficult. So.
Yeah, and you know he was sick.
Okay.
He caught the flu bug, so this is where he's at, and he's doing his best. But look at that coming in already. Is that Wabash there in 4?
Warsaw.
Warsaw.
Yep.
Excuse me. Well, a nice time there. Well, a nice effort there by all the swimmers.
Board is official. Heat 3.
Going to take us to the 3rd heat. How many in this?
Looks like I'm off my game. Okay. Just lane A is Anthony Peterson from Rochester. He's
Okay.
a freshman.
Yes.
So at the top of your screen, that's where he's at.
Anthony Peterson up at the top in lane 8.
Lane 1 from Cass, Bailey Bryson. Lane 2, Columbia City, Caden Ferguson. Lane 3 from Warsaw, Nathaniel Taylor. Lane 4, Warsaw, Evan Borchers. Lane 5 from Northfield, Grant Dale. Lane 6, Logansport, William Murray. Lane 7 from Cass, Mac Appleton. And lane 8 from Rochester, Anthony Peterson.
Warsaw must be practicing on this butterfly because they are well suited in both.
Yeah, they're a pretty strong team. I think they've won every event so far except the 50, which was Culver Academy. So.
Again, Anthony Peterson, freshman for Rochester. He's up in lane 8. Not his favorite stroke either.
I don't think it's anybody's favorite, TBH.
It's a tough one. And I mean, with the butterfly, it's truly a rotation of the shoulder, is it not?
Oh yeah, I think I saw it actually on online the other day that it's the most difficult movement in sports.
Really?
Yeah. So.
I'm sure it's pretty hard on those shoulders as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, of note here in this heat, this is the 100 butterfly still?
100 free, I think we're
100
starting
free.
now.
Thank
Yep.
you. I apologize.
So we got Tucker Scholl. Well, she'll tell you.
Lane 2, Logan Sport, Steve Mendez. Lane 3, Morgan Davis, Austin Bunton. Lane 4, Huntington, Reed Dillian. Lane 5 from Tippy, Tucker Scholl. Lane 6, Columbia City, Carson Anspaugh. And lane 7 from Tippy, Grayson Shriver.
Okay, we finally got that up on the board for you. This is event 7, heat number 1, the boys 100 free.
Yep, we've got Tucker Scholl, sophomore from Valley in lane 5, and Grayson Shriver, freshman from Tippecanoe Valley in lane 7.
Excellent. Cheer on the Vikings here. That's a tough one for me, too. You know, the more we grow, the more I'm at schools that used to be my rivalries, Tippecanoe Valley, Argus, Caston. So I'm buying pullovers for each of the schools that I have to represent when we go. But we enjoy the growth, and we know there are a lot of schools out there that still want to be a part of our program. We're happy to talk to you about that. What did we come up with there? 103.97.
Yep, and it looks like Tucker Scholl got 2nd in the heat, and Grayson Shriver got 7th.
Excellent.
So just about, I think, what they were seeded is what they just held their seeds. So.
Very good. In just a second, we've got a referee coming over. I'm going to do some confirmations here. Again, want to tell our Rochester fans, if you're looking to see the ball game tonight, Rochester boys basketball versus Peru, we're going to have that for you over on HD channel 342. If you don't have HD, well, first of all, why not? But secondly, you will still be able to hear the game on channel 5 or online at rtc4.com. And I would encourage you to upgrade to HD if you don't yet. Of course, we've added 3 new channels to our HD lineup. They're all local. We've got Tippecanoe Valley TV. We call it Tippy TV. We've got Caston TV. We've got Argus TV running 24/7. Events from those areas and those schools. So happy to continue our growth and bring you some of the best local coverage in the country right here on RTC. Tonight I've got Abby McCarter here with me. And we are in Warsaw for the 2018 Boys Swimming and Diving Sectional Preliminaries.
Lane 1 from Wabash, Paul Cordes. Lane 2, Wabash, Ryan Evans. Lane 3, Manchester, Michael Learn. Lane 4, Logansport, Oscar Grimaldo. Lane 5 from Pioneer, Miles Von Tobel. Lane 6, Plymouth, Gavin Hartle. Lane 7, Cass, Bryce Hagan. And lane 8 from Huntington, Blade Marn.
So there's no Valley or Rochester swimmers in this heat of the 100. But in the next heat, we've got Chase Brower back again in the middle of the pool in lane 4, and Will Tone again in lane 2 from Rochester.
Excellent, excellent. Well, some good competition right here. Now, you're not seeing it in some of these heats, but I love it. And I mean, I love it when the perfect V gets formed from the swimmers. I wish I had a camera mounted right above so you could see what we're talking about.
Right.
But when they're seated properly and everyone's competing at 100%, that's a really nice scene that comes out of that.
Right, that's what happens with that circle seating that we were talking about earlier. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. It's just a nice, aesthetically pleasing, I guess I would say. So what do we got here? Someone's excited. 5.832, pretty strong time.
Yeah, it looks like only one of them, the the person who was in lane 4 was the only one in that heat who had ever been under a minute prior to tonight. So, and then 4 of them ended up going under a minute.
And
so.
that's what you're going to get with the taper, right?
Right.
You're going to drop that time right at the perfect moment.
Yep. So they're rightfully excited
Excellent.
about that one. Now we've got Chase and Will.
Chase Brower again from Tippecanoe Valley in lane 4. Will Tone?
Second from the bottom in lane 2.
Lane 2 down here. Very good. He's from Rochester.
Yep.
Brower off to a good start.
So is Will. He's right up there with Brower.
Yeah, he is. Who's in lane 5?
Lane 3,
Lane 5.
Manchester, Parker York. Lane 4, Tippy, Chase Brower.
John
Lane 5,
Boucher
Cass,
from Cass.
John Boucher. Lane 6,
Boucher from Cass.
Jason
But,
Lane 7,
boy, they're neck and neck right now, and Tone trying to keep up, but falling back a little. It's like Tippecanoe Valley and Cass pushing each other right now. Valley in 4 with a slight lead. They both turn at the same time. Let's see who's got it on the extension. Boy, they are neck and neck.
Chase got him.
By a nip. That is
Barely.
2/100ths of a second. That is incredible.
Well, he actually came back 2/100 slower than the other guy. If you see it, his last split.
Yeah, he did.
But he still held on.
Wow.
To win the heat.
50.3. 50.31 was second place.
That's pretty good. State cut in that, I think, is a 49 or 48. I'm not sure.
They're getting close.
47.
They're
State cut,
getting close.
So, yeah. Will finished 5th in that heat, I think. Right? Yeah, 5th in that heat with a 56.2. That's a pretty good time for him as well. So.
Well, as I told you, Abby, I've got some basketball producers getting ready to launch some games, so I'm going to turn this over to you for a few moments.
Okay.
You'll do great on your own.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, so in this one we have Reese Reaney. Oh, well, we'll just listen to the lady announce.
Lane 3, Rochester, Reese Reaney. Lane 4, Columbia City, Matt Weber. Lane 5, Columbia City, Charlie Varga. Lane 6, from Cass, Carl J. Lane 7, Plymouth, Mitch Rose. Lane 8, from Rochester, Brody Stone.
All right, so in lane 3 we have Reese Reaney, 3rd from the bottom of your screen down there, right now in 3rd, turning in 3rd place for the last 25. And Brody Stone in lane 8 at the top of your screen. Reese coming in with a really nice time. I think it should be 51 something. His PR was 52.5. All right, 52.4. That's not bad.
Board is official. Heat 5.
And Brody got 7th. So I think he moved up one. I think lane 8 is seated 8th. So I think he moved up one. I'm not sure. Anyway. So now we're starting heat 5.
Keegan Mounts. Lane 2,
Final heat.
Culver, Mark Yanez. Lane 3, Warsaw, Jacob Lalonde. Lane 4, Culver, Forrest Bumgardner. Lane 5, Warsaw, Alex Cook. Lane 6, Warsaw, Michael Ray. Lane 7, Logansport, Alex Ladon. Lane 8, Pioneer, Corey Gottschall.
So no Tippecanoe Valley or Rochester swimmers in this heat. But Forrest Baumgartner in lane 4 from Culver Academy seated 1st in the event, leading by quite a bit early. Yeah, that's really fast. I think he just went the state cut time. Again, doesn't count yet, but tomorrow. Yeah, state cut's 47.42. He went 47.25, so those will be fast events tomorrow.
official.
I think Reese Rini is just going to miss top 8.
500. Counters for the 500.
Oh boy, that's me. I'm a counter for the 500. Oh boy, okay. Oh, here we go.
Okay, well, I'm going to take over while Abby goes and helps on the 500. Of course, this is the longest event, and Rochester's got some great swimmers in this, so we'll want to pay close attention. But we'll keep it here. Looks like we've got Pioneer. Excuse me, Pioneer, Glenda. Got to switch over to my wife. You've handed me something and I don't have my glasses on, dear. You know how that works.
This is Plymouth, Logan, and Wabash if it's correct, but hers will be more correct. We have her sheet. Yeah, Plymouth, Logan, Wabash.
Plymouth, Logan, and Wabash in this one. We'll keep it here.
Event 8, boys 500 yard freestyle, heat 1. Lane 3 from Plymouth, Taylor Judd. Lane 4, Logan Sport, Kyle Army. Lane 5 from Wabash, Kyle Thomas.
So we've got Heat 2 coming up of the 500. See if I can read these names on the paper. We'll let the PA announcer announce the names.
Lane 1 from Culver, William Way. Lane 2 from Warsaw, Jackson Moeller. Lane 3 from Culver, Francis Ellert. Lane 4, Columbia City, Ryan DeVito. Lane 5 from Logansport, Nick Ladon. Lane 6 from Plymouth, Cameron Riddle. And lane 7 from Wabash, Taylor Kaufman.
Very good. So we're at the 500, second heat. You hear the bell sound, or the foghorn, if you will, air horn. That means that this is the final lap, notifying all the swimmers that the lead lap is finishing. This is heat 2. It looks like we have 4 heats of the 500. So your winner there in 3 with a time of 4:56.16. Got a lot of paper in front of me. Let's see if I can't find out who that was in heat 2. That looks like Francis Ellert. From Culver Academy. He's a freshman. Looks like he qualified at 5:39.61. Excuse me. No, 4th position is Ryan DeVito from Columbia City, a junior. And again, I'm just going off the information on the sheets. I'm holding the latest sheet that was printed, so hopefully that's correct.
Board is official. Heat 3.
Looks like in heat 3, we're going to have Mason Copeland from Rochester in lane 5. We'll turn it over to PA for the announcements.
Pioneer, Garrett Schroeder. Lane 2 from Cass, Hunter Mundy. Lane 3, Columbia City, Brian Fix. Lane 4, Warsaw, Nicholas Zogby. Lane 5 from Rochester, Mason Copeland. Lane 6 from Cass, Cole Jolly. And lane 7 from Huntington, Connor Mason.
I want to again thank Warsaw. They are such gracious hosts. We always appreciate having them, or being over here, excuse me. They appreciate them hosting us, is what one should say. It's hot in this pool, I will tell you that much. It is warm. But we're glad to be here bringing this to you. Know that you enjoy it. We do get a lot of viewers on this. One of our, in fact, our most viewed events of the year. So we're happy to bring this to you. We know that a lot of the schools in the outlying areas really appreciate the coverage as well.
There is half price pizza out in the hallway. Half price Papa John's pizza if you're hungry.
That was Rochester's Mason Copeland coming in first out of lane 5 with a time of 5:15.65. Congratulations to Mason. He's a senior this year.
Board is official. Heat 4.
Again, we're in the 500 here at the 2018 Boys Swimming Sectional Preliminaries at Warsaw. We'll let the announcer make some announcement of the names, but you can see some zebras there in 4 and 5. If I could read this, I could tell you who they were.
Lane 1 from Cass, Levi Hill. Lane 2, Warsaw, Jacob Kisling. Lane 3, Culver, Pierce Ellert. Lane 4, Rochester, Mason Beal. Lane 5, Rochester, Isaac Smith. Lane 6, Tippy, Dakota Prater. Lane 7, Columbia City, Josh Schauber. And lane 8 from Pioneer, Keaton Schroeder.
And just to reiterate, we have Mason Beal from Rochester in lane 4 and Isaac Smith in lane 5. Hoping for some good swims out of both those youngsters today, sophomore and junior. Mason Beal, the junior, or the sophomore, and Isaac Smith, the junior. Isaac's come a really long way in his 500. We've been watching him since his freshman year. Just getting better and better all of the time. Just want to remind our viewers at home that if you're watching on, or if you're expecting to see boys basketball, Rochester boys basketball versus Peru. We've got our producer Jeremy Swengo down at Peru. He'll be airing that game, broadcasting it on channel 342 on our HD network. Of course, our pals at WROI are there, so you'll have that audio feed if you just want to listen to it on channel 304. But again, turn over to 342 if you want to see live action Rochester taking on Peru in boys basketball. Of course, also tonight, Argus taking on North Miami. Their JV game's just finishing up. That game is at North Miami and just about to get going. Then we've got over at Tippecanoe Valley taking on Triton. So on channel 341, you have Argus. On channel 342, you'll have the Rochester versus Peru. On channel 343, you will have Tippecanoe Valley versus Triton. And of course, we're right here with you on 304. That's all happening right now at little old RTC. Well, you see the Rochester duo right there in the middle, Beal and we see the Rochester guys doing very well right there. Lanes 4 and 5. We'll have Abby McCarter back up here in just a moment, let you know what to expect and what's going on here. Appreciate her commentary tonight. And we've got the boys 200 freestyle relay coming up.
Lane 2 from Tipping, Wes Johnston, Zach Hodge, Tucker Scholl, Camden Tucker. Lane 3, Cass, Carl J, Cole Jolly, Drew Cornell, John Bocher. Lane 4, Columbia City, Matt Weber, Aaron Fix, Charlie Varga, Ryan DeVito. Lane 5 from Pioneer, Owen Bice, Miles Von Tobel, Corey Gottschall, Jason Mersch. Lane 6, Logansport, Alex Ladon, Oscar Grimaldo, William Murray, Nick Ladon. Lane 7 from Oregon Davis,
inviting
Austin Bunton, Blake Moore.
Abby McCarter back. A little wet down there by pool, huh?
Little bit wet, Yeah, the water is wet today. That's all.
We're rooting you on up here. We can see you.
Isaac did a great job. So did Beal and Copeland.
Absolutely, really well represented. I don't know how that falls for Saturday, but they should all be proud. They all dropped some time.
I think Beal seated first going into Saturday, so
Wow.
they're going to pick the walkout song.
That
I'm
is-
pretty sure.
That would
I'm
be
not mistaken.
fantastic for a sophomore from Rochester.
Yeah. Nearing that under 5 mark.
Yeah.
Beal's second.
Beal comes in second. Who
Yep.
did get first there?
Ryan DeVita from Columbia City
Yeah.
seated first.
Excellent job by him.
But the Rochester boys are 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4. You can only have
so-
3 in an event, and we're coming in 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
I like our
That's pretty
odds.
good.
I like our odds.
Pretty good.
And we've had, the 500's been pretty strong for us all year, but I mean that's impressive. 2, 3, and 4.
It is.
Well, very good. We've got the second heat coming up here on the 200-yard freestyle relay. Looks like we've got just 2 heats in this. So.
Yep. And heat 1 just swam.
Yep.
Valley, I think were they in lane 2 or?
You'll have to
3 in
QB.
that.
They were in lane 2 there. Tippecanoe Valley came in 6th. First place was taken by COCT. That's going to be Columbia City. Good swim there by those guys. Second place then was Cass. And then 3, 4, 5 goes in lane 5, 6, 7. Pioneer, Logan, and OD. Is that Oregon Davis?
I think so, yeah.
It is. We didn't even name them as being in our sectional.
Yeah, I don't think they have a pool. I think they must go somewhere else to swim.
It's kind of like our France did from
Right.
North Miami, came up to swim.
I'm not sure where they go. Maybe they do have a pool. I don't know.
I don't know. We've been up there quite a bit for basketball, but not for swimming.
Right.
So. Well, again, event 9, boys 200-yard freestyle relay. This is number 2. And I'm going to give your sheet back to you so that you can
Yeah,
tell
it's
us
a
what's
little crumpled.
happening.
I'm sorry.
That's quite all right. It's your
I
sheet.
get nervous and I
You can crumple your
destroy
sheets.
things. Whatever's in my reach.
We don't detract points from that.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Rochester's in lane 5 in this heat.
Luke Donovan.
Warsaw seated first, so they're in lane 4.
And if you're just tuning in, lanes go from bottom to top, 1 through 8.
Right.
Jonah France, Robert King, and Jacob Russ.
So Rochester with the early lead.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry.
No?
Not the early lead. In second place, though, behind lane 1, who was out to a pretty hot start.
Yeah, and that's Culver swimmer?
Culver Academy, yeah.
Excellent.
So now Rochester in third as Reese Rooney dives in the pool.
Come on, guys. These relays, we do have some opportunities here, but you all have to be firing on the same,
Yeah.
all cylinders.
Looks like Reese gains a little on that turn. Now Warsaw's ahead by about a half a body length, maybe. Reese goes, I think that's the exact same time he went in his 53s earlier.
It is.
23-22.
That's not bad. It means he's holding up throughout the
Yeah,
day.
consistent. That's pretty tough to do. Go the exact same time.
So lane 4, Warsaw, in the lead, almost a full body length. Rochester in second.
Second, Jeff Rupert coming in to finish
Rupert
for
coming
the
in.
Zebras. Or I'm sorry, that wasn't Rupert. That was Beal. 24-2.
I feel better. You swam with these guys for 10 years and you miss it. Glenda and I feel so bad when we're trying to identify and we can't. It's hard.
Right. And 24-2 is not a bad time, but he just came off that 500.
Yeah.
So that's why probably he went last to give him the most rest
Gotcha. That's tough too.
that he could get, but
Not a bad placement. 136.38. Is that our final?
Yep.
And the winner, of course, Warsaw, 134.65. I think that puts them in top seed.
Yeah.
So that'll move us on to event 10, I believe, unless they've added a heat to this.
Back to the 500 free.
Yes.
Mason Beal did get second tonight, but I think it was less than a second. So that'll be a really good race tomorrow.
Be a great race.
Yeah.
Long race,
So,
but a great race.
Right. So it's a long one. A lot of room for you can catch up or get behind and catch up all in the same
Board is
race.
official.
And
That's tough.
yeah.
Event 10.
So it'll be a fun one, I
boys
think, tomorrow.
100-yard backstroke, heat 1.
So we're going into event 10. That's the 100-yard backstroke. We'll push that up on the board now, and there you go. It's not official till we put it up.
Right.
I'll prep the next event.
Yep. So 100 backstroke now. We have Jeff Rupert in heat 3
Okay.
of this, and right now in heat 1, Grayson Shriver in lane 5. Yeah, lane 5 from Tippy Valley and lane 7 Wes Johnson from Tippy Valley are in this.
Excellent. Let's go green and yellow.
Right.
Wow, that's hard for me to say. Yeah, it's not hard for me to say. It's probably hard for you to hear, though.
Oh no, it's all good. Love my Valley friends.
There you go.
Shout out to all of them.
Well, we talked about this with Coach Rainey and Coach Brown in our preview.
Lane 1,
We're not afraid of
Manchester,
competition.
Logan Perkins.
Right,
Lane
yeah.
2, Plymouth, Taylor Judd. Lane 3, Pioneer, Chadwick Shackelford. Lane 4, Culver, Carson Miser. Lane 5, Tippy, Grayson Shriver. Lane 6, Logansport, Bryson Lesher. Lane 7 from Tippy, Wes Johnston.
But that competition just makes you go that much faster,
Right,
train
right.
that much harder.
Yeah, I always appreciate competition. I mean, yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Pushes me, makes me go faster.
Right, right.
so.
But still, while you're down at state, I wouldn't have mind if a couple people got some cramps, midway through their swim. But hey, you know what? That's high school athletics at its pinnacle.
Yeah.
And you were there. So you got to feel good about that, man. You got to feel good about that.
Oh, thank you.
Well, right here, we've got lane 4 finished first. Who was that again, Abby?
Lane 4 was, let's see, Carson Miser from Culver Academy.
Okay, with a 1:16.04 CMA, known for some great swimmers.
Yeah, it looks like he dropped 7 seconds from his season best before that. 123 was his best, so.
By percentage, that's huge.
Yeah, that is. So,
well, a great job there. Got another heat of this coming up.
heat 2, we don't have any Rochester Valley swimmers.
Okay. How many heats were there? Are there?
There's 4.
4 in this one.
Yep. But heat 3 will have Jeff Rupert in that middle lane and Anthony Peterson in lane 8.
Excellent.
Coming up in another 2 heats. So. My legs are soaked.
You
My
did.
sweatpants
You
are
definitely got wet.
Yep.
It's a good thing you're a fish. Yeah, I can't believe you haven't convinced Dad to put a pool in the backyard yet.
I know, I tried hard.
There's plenty of room back there.
I know, I was thinking, but what can you do?
Looks like the officials are just conferring for a moment before they get these guys in. So seriously, let's go back to the cancellation yesterday or the postponement. Guys had to go in for, basically a warm-up practice for an hour or so last night, coming in today. Is that messing with their heads? Of course, everybody's in the same boat.
Right. Well, I would say, yeah, everyone's in the same boat. I mean,
Would times have been faster yesterday?
No.
Does it, affect it that much?
No, I don't think times would have been faster today. However, I think maybe having it today versus yesterday may affect times tomorrow.
Slow them down a little bit, maybe, right? Just for the recoup.
I mean, it's the same for everyone. So
Gotcha.
again,
100 backstroke right here.
Yeah. It's probably,
Seven,
physically,
heat 2.
it shouldn't really make a difference too much because everyone's on the same playing field. Might make times a little slower tomorrow, but it's probably definitely just hardest mentally.
Right.
Because, the boys probably got up, this whole entire year they've been thinking, Thursday, this whole entire week. They were ready for it, and then they woke up yesterday morning, were ready for it, nerves and everything, and then an hour before they were supposed to leave, they get a text message.
Yeah, and they called it late, too. That was kind of a big deal.
Yeah, an hour before they were supposed to leave, they found out they weren't going to leave. So yeah, they just ended up practicing, but definitely shouldn't affect too much. Definitely hard mentally, but Should still be good.
And a backstroke, that's another one that my shoulders just could not handle.
Yeah.
I don't know, something about going backwards too just messes with my head.
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna hit something.
Can get a little dizzying when you go from back to on your stomach.
Oh, I
back
can't
on
even
your back.
imagine. Can't even imagine doing an
Sometimes,
IM. That's just, woo. Guys impressed me a lot.
All right, so in this next heat, we got Jeff Rupert in the middle lane in lane 4, and then
Great.
Anthony Peterson will be at the top of your screen in lane 8.
Excellent.
For Rochester.
Board is official. Heat 3.
Now we're looking for Rupert there in 4. Top seeded here in this heat. Jeff seems to have leaned out since the beginning of the season. I mean, I don't know if he consciously did it or just working out, but
I don't know.
looks a little thinner.
Evans. Lane 3, Columbia City, Telly Varga. Lane 4, Rochester, Jeffrey Rupert. Lane 5, Northfield, Grant Dale. Lane 6 from Huntington, Nathan York. Lane 7, Huntington, Reed Dillian. And lane 8 from Rochester, Anthony Peterson.
So Jeffrey with the early lead, maybe as he should. He's seated 4 seconds ahead of Grant
really?
Dale.
A whole 4
who's in lane
seconds.
5, so yeah, so I think Jeff seated 3rd overall in the event.
That's got to be tough because he's really competing against the guys from all the heats, and
Right.
he's
Or
that
I guess
far
he
ahead.
seated 2nd, I'm sorry.
Okay, okay.
Gotta
Now,
get my numbers down.
I will tell you, it's the biggest problem I'm having here today is looking across over at Coach Reaney and seeing some kid with the blondest hair I've ever seen in my life right next to with Reese. I'll have to get Reese on camera at some point, but that's great.
Yeah, you can kind of see him two to the left of Coach Reaney in the white on this camera right now.
We'll get a camera on him at some point. Now, who do we have take that? Lane 4, Jeffrey
Jeff
Rupert,
Rupert.
57-57.
Yep, in lane 8, Anthony Peterson got 7th.
Not bad for Anthony. Anthony's
No, not
young.
at all.
He's a freshman.
Yep, freshman, I think first year swimming, so.
Yep, doing a great job.
Yep.
Glad to see Anthony out there.
Board is official.
57-57 for Jeff.
Yeah.
That's a cool time.
I think his dad should have to buy him a 57 Chevy now or something, don't you? Come on. That's great. Great for Jeff. Anybody in this for us? It looks like it. I see some Culvers.
Looks like
See some Kings.
Adam Brown from Rochester is in lane 6.
All right, Adam down
Yep.
there on 6. Couldn't see him.
From Logansport, Neil Frutos. Lane 2, Columbia City, Caden Ferguson. Lane 3, Culver, James Gordon. Lane 4, Columbia City, Aaron Fix. Lane 5 from Warsaw, Zach Lalonde. Lane 6 from Rochester, Adam Brown. Lane 7 from Wabash, Robert King. And lane 8 from Plymouth, Justin Cartwright.
We're being very fortunate that our clock camera is staying in position. I've begged, pleaded, and done everything, almost bribed the girls that are sitting next to it not to kick it, and it keeps getting kicked all night, but it's bouncing back, so I'm glad you can still see that. Otherwise, Abby, you'd have to do a countdown of every lane.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
That'd take a little more time.
It
I
would,
guess,
a little bit. Well, a nice split there, 28.07 in lane 4. Let's see what he get, 54.95.
So he'll be seated first going into tomorrow.
Very
I think
good.
Jeff should be 2nd.
And who is that then again in 4 now?
Warsaw.
Warsaw.
I'm guessing. Yep, Warsaw. Nope. Culver Academy. Or,
Culver
no,
Academy.
Columbia City.
Columbia City.
I hate myself.
Wow.
Okay.
You make me sound good.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm teasing you.
Aaron Fix from Columbia City. And then Adam Brown in lane 6 got 4th. with a 107.74. So right under his best time.
Oh, boy's got a tattoo.
Event 11.
I don't see that very much anymore.
Yeah.
Breaststroke.
Sweet.
Heat 1.
Sending my son bad example. I'm going to come home tonight. Dad, can I get some ink? No, you may not. Okay, where are we at here?
The 100 breaststroke, first heat.
100 breasts, first heat.
Yep,
We
Calvin
got that
Sager,
ready.
lane 6 for
I saw
Rochester.
him. I recognized
Did you recognize him?
I did.
Obadiah Jones. Lane 3 from Wabash, Peyton Slust. Lane 4 from Columbia City, Carson Anspaugh. Lane 5 from Cass, Bailey Grisses. Lane 6 from Rochester, Calvin Sager.
Am I mistaken, or has lane 6 got a lead? No, he doesn't. That's lane 5 in the lead.
He's in second, though.
Not bad.
Yeah, hanging right in there.
Not bad.
See if he can close the second 50.
I think he's praying about right now. I'm just saying. He was worried about the breast. He's not, it's not his favorite, I don't think.
It's okay.
But, as I told him coming in, I told his brother last year too, as a freshman coming in, just swim your hardest.
Yep,
see
have
where
fun.
it goes. You got a lot of time to swim more, so just proud of him for being out there and doing what he's done this season. I know Coach Reeney's been proud of him.
Yeah, it's hard work swimming, so.
Oh, I think more than he ever expected.
Right.
But he has enjoyed it. He's enjoyed the hard work.
Oh, look at him. He's closing.
He is. Come on, Sager. Come on. Come on. Reach. Reach.
You got it.
I apologize, folks. 600 events a year. I get two with my boys in them.
He's surprised.
He is surprised. Good for you,
funny.
Calvin Sager. He's got a big smile.
I think Coach Rainey just gave him a thumbs up.
He's feeling good. Well, congratulations to him. I'm sure that's a PR for him coming in at 129.87. Mom's looking over at me and saying he dropped,
Holy cow, he dropped like 15 seconds.
He dropped over 15 seconds.
Yeah.
That's pretty darn good. And for those of you that don't know, the kid had the flu last week, so he missed some practice. Very impressed. You see the coaches giving him the thumbs up.
I wish I could drop 15 seconds. Good land.
You probably did when you were a freshman. Come on.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Well, very
That's
proud
pretty
of
impressive.
him.
Yeah, that's good.
He's going to come home tonight and tell me the breast is his favorite. Oh, he disqualified.
Oh.
Heat 2.
Dang it.
They disqualified him. Oh, poor
well,
kid.
still a PR.
Heck of a
still a good
swim.
time.
Still
yeah.
a PR for him. But, yeah, he's going to come home crying now.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah, breaststroke's a tough one, though. I mean, the stroke itself, a lot of people can't. I mean, a lot of people can't even do the stroke, let alone there's a lot of technicalities that go with each turn and each pull out underwater. So
that's frustrating.
It's difficult, but it's all right. Still a good time.
A great time. So right here, we're still in the 100 yards.
Still on the breaststroke, heat 2 now.
Nicholas Warnholtz deck.
Yeah, we just got
7 from Tippy, Camden Tucker.
Yep, so we just got Camden Tucker in lane 7 from Tippy, as she just said.
Very good. Thank you for that. Oh, I hear the crowd getting into it a little bit more.
What did he just go?
Lane 4 at 34.30 for the split. 102.92.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's better than me.
Better than me, too.
Yeah, so you and Maddie, just out of curiosity, it's not a big thing, but you and Maddie are two of the fastest girls to ever swim at Rochester.
Board is official.
Maybe, I guess that might be right.
How do you compare to some of the guys' times?
The guys' times?
Yes. I mean, guys are bigger. They got bigger muscle
Well,
mass.
I mean, like,
the physics,
in this heat, I would have been second. So I don't know if that tells you
Gotcha.
anything.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, that gives me some bearing here. Very interesting. And by far the breast your favorite?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And the 100 backstroke. It
Really?
seems I can't swim them both, but I do what I can. So I just,
Rochester,
breaststroke
Ethan
is,
Brady.
that's why I swim all 4 years, I guess. So.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah.
Mason Stevens. Lane 3 from Warsaw, Andrew Deming. Lane 4, Warsaw, Nick Bazzoni. Lane 5 from Plymouth, Daniel Stouffer. Lane 6 from Plymouth, Hugh Smith. Lane 7 from Lakeland, Aaron Deming. And lane 8 from Huntington, Cole Davidson.
Okay, well, I just got a note from Coach Rainey. Said that Calvin had dolphin kicked right in the middle of the pool, or they said he did. Tell me what that means.
Well, that means he, just on one of his kicks, again, breaststroke kick, really tough to do. I mean, your knees have to be really flexible and so do your ankles. So just on one of the kicks, he must just not have gotten his ankles outside his knees enough, I guess.
Interesting.
And just kicked with both legs at the same time.
Yeah.
More of like a butterfly kick.
He was
like
complaining about that, and Calvin's actually pigeon-toed, so it's
really?
it is, and he was very worried about his stroke and being called illegal, and it happened.
Ethan Brady here in lane number 1 at the bottom of your screen.
Just now finishing.
I think, yeah, finishing. And then Mason Steven in lane 2 from Valley finished 3rd. And then in the next heat, we have Mason Brady from Rochester in lane 5. So Mason Steven and Ethan Brady in that one, and in this one, Mason
Board
Brady.
is official. Heat 4.
2 Masons, 2 Bradys in the same event.
That's, wow. My head's spinning.
All right.
Kudos to Calvin. I'll let that issue die here, but man, he was doing so well. Very proud. So who do we have here? Let's listen to the PA announcer.
Lane 2 from Pioneer, Owen Bice. Lane 3, Columbia City, Maxwell Joseph. Lane 4 from Warsaw, Grant Knight. Lane 5, Rochester, Mason Brady. Lane 6 from Cass, Matt Appleton. Lane 7, Wabash, Michael Cordes. And lane 8 from Columbia City, Carlos Carrizo.
So Mason Brady in lane 5 here for Rochester. Seated second in this heat behind Grant, I think it's Grant Knight from Warsaw.
Okay, very good.
Me and Mason have some friendly competition in the pool. At practices once in a while in breaststroke. We always race each other, so always fun to watch him swim. See what he can do. Come on, Mason, get in there. Come on. .106.98 for Mason Brady, second place. That's not bad. He'll want to go faster tomorrow, but
Qualifies him for tomorrow,
yeah,
right?
qualifies him for tomorrow. That'll be top 8 definitely, I'm sure.
Excellent.
So, good swims. So now, last event.
Event 12, boys 400-yard freestyle relay, heat 1.
Let's see if I can't get the board right here. Boys. Which event is this? Number 11 or 12?
Whatever the last one is. 12.
Should be 12.
Yep. Boys 400 freestyle relay.
How many heats here?
There's only 2, and Rochester's in the first one in lane 5.
Great.
So Isaac Smith up first in lane 5 for the
All right,
Zebras.
very good.
In that orange tiger suit. Ooh.
There they are.
Isaac was a little slow off the blocks, but looks like he caught up in the water.
Big splash.
Bryce Hagan, Levi Hill. Lane 3, Tippy. Daniel Alexander, Chase Brower, Dakota Prater, Mason Stephen. Lane 4, Columbia City, Charlie Varga, Aaron Fix, Ryan DeVito, Matt Weber. Lane 5, Rochester, Isaac Smith, Mason Copeland, Mason Brady, William Thon Jr. Lane 6 from Pioneer, Keaton Schroeder, Garrett Schroeder, Corey Gottschall, Jason Mersch. Lane 7 from Oregon Davis, Austin Bunton, Blake Moore, John Yakabiki, and George Turner.
So we've got Rochester in lane 5, as I'd mentioned, and then also Valley in lane number 3 in this event. So Rochester second place, Valley third right now. In the water for Rochester, I think, is Mason Copeland. In the water for Valley looks to be Chase Brower. So Brower now gaining the lead on Rochester. I think he'll turn second behind Warsaw now. So that puts Rochester in third. Again, Copeland swimming for Rochester, and then Brady, Mason Brady's gonna dive off here.
Pretty strong team.
Yeah. Try to get the Zebras back in at first second. So Brady in the water now for Rochester. And for Valley, I'm not, oh, yes, I am sure. It's Dakota Prater.
Excellent. Dakota was one of our producers, or not a producer, but he's one of our student video crew members over there a couple years ago. Glad to see him involved in some sports, doing some great things.
He's got the pink attire, pink swimsuit and pink cap.
Well, I bet his parents made him wear that so they could recognize him in the pool.
Yeah, it stands out.
That's right.
Very nice.
I really think that there should be a national amendment to the Constitution that every swimmer has to wear like a different color.
A national amendment to the Constitution. Wow.
Something, man. I don't know.
That's big.
Yeah, it needs to be ratified by 2/3 of the states or something. I don't know, but it is very difficult to know who's where in this pool.
I understand.
And I've got HD cameras and big screen in front of me. It's just tough. So.
Yeah. All right, so now Will Tone in the water for Rochester. Makes the exchange with Brady, and
well, I'll tell you what, the timing's working out pretty well. This actually went faster than the girls' event. So I'm talking about the entire
right. I feel like the girls. I feel like the girls went pretty fast. I mean, like.
I think they did, but we went 3 hours and 10 minutes on the broadcast.
Oh, okay.
I guess you know what? We're at 2 hours and 10 minutes right now.
Oh wow.
So.
Yeah, a lot quicker.
A lot quicker today. I'm not sure why.
I mean, the boys should swim faster. So
I guess there was diving. There was diving on Saturday of the last one. It was 3 hours and 10 minutes. So that would have taken up some time. That would have taken up some time in the middle. But
and the walkouts and awards.
Yeah, all that pomp and circumstance, which we love. But that's going to change things up a little bit for you. So I should be able to bring that Peru game as it starts over to you on 304 to our viewers. Just know that it's on 342 for sure. I'll try and bring it back over onto 304 so our analog viewers can see that as well. Abby, I can't thank you enough.
Oh, not a problem. Also, Rochester got fourth in that one.
Thank you.
In that heat. So hopefully that'll qualify them for the top 8 tomorrow. We'll
Excellent. We have one more heat, correct? Only one more.
So
and
as long as not more than 4 swimmers or not more than 4 teams go better than 357, we'll be in the
357. Again, not
final.
Our best, but should be enough to qualify tomorrow, right?
Right.
Well, as we're heading into the last event here, as they finish up, I want to again thank Quentin Sager, my son, Abby McCarter for doing a heck of a job. We're going to have some fun tomorrow, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Carmen's probably going to be here. No matter what, I'll be here, so we'll figure it out. But thank my wife as well for just tolerating me. That's hard enough. Looks like, okay, there was a disqualification in lane 2 there at 4:05.18. So lane 4 retains, didn't affect the board too much.
Lane 2, Huntington, Keegan Mouse, Blade Barn, Connor Mason, Nathan York. Lane 3, Plymouth, Mitch Rose, Cameron Riddle, Kirk Heddich, Alex Vansa. Lane 4, Warsaw, Jake Lalonde, Michael Ray, Gabe Bowers, Nick Zogby. Lane 5, Culver, Hokai Pan, Pierce Ellert, Francis Ellert, Forrest Bumgardner. Lane 6, Wabash, Trace Goodwin, Jonah France, Ryan Davis, and Jacob Bruss.
My ride might be leaving.
Go.
Okay.
Say goodbye, though, Abby.
Oh, goodbye, everyone.
Hey.
I'll see you, or you'll hear from me tomorrow, I guess.
Sounds good. Abby, thanks so much.
Yeah, no
Get out of here.
problem.
Catch your ride before they leave you.
All right, sweet.
All right, bye-bye. Again, that's Abby McCarter. What a great job she's done, and just so proud of her. I think you guys all heard my emotional call when she set the school record at 1:55 in her 100 breast sectionals here 2 weeks ago. So I want to thank her. We'll be back tomorrow, of course. We're finishing up this event, and then we'll head back to Rochester and try and get you guys going again tomorrow. 1 o'clock is the first dive into the pool, and look forward to it. You're going to see some great swimming out of your Rochester swimmers tomorrow. Well, as you see the swimmers coming, finishing up there, you see, we've got a guest here. Look into that camera, dear. What's your name?
Sydney.
Sydney. And what are you doing here?
Watching the swimmers.
Watching the swimmers. What's your dad doing?
Working on the swimmer stuff.
Yeah, he's doing the scoreboard, isn't he? Well, you're live. We're making you famous on TV now. We're going to take it back to the swimmers, though, okay? All right. So do you like swimming?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you a swimmer?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you like to swim the most?
Free.
The free? Yeah. You know, my favorite's the doggy paddle. Or the back float. I can float on my back really well for a long time, especially if there's a bunch of salt in the water. Well, I thank you. You've been running around here all night with Dad, right? Do you have to work with Dad a lot?
Kind of.
Yeah? Is he a pretty cool dad, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a lot of fun. He does a great job over here. He has to be a DJ, too, doesn't he? Playing the music for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's a really good guy and doing really good things. Now, you're going to be able to go home tonight and look on the computer, and you'll be able to see yourself, okay? I want you to wave one more time to the camera right there. Say hi.
Hi.
Thanks for being on TV. Thanks for having us over here, okay? Bye, sweetie. Oh, good job. Well, that was a lot of fun. She's been up here with us all night, just kind of bouncing around, so we've had some fun with her.
Cool down.
Well, they've opened the pool. That's going to do it. We're going to be back here tomorrow, 1 o'clock, fired up for the finals to see who gets to be where and who's going on to state. So I'm going to go ahead and just wrap up the broadcast. I want to thank everybody for being a part of this and coming to see us tonight. We'll be back here on RTC.